Hi, my name is Jack Mark. I work in the marketing department here at Horizon Hobby. Today I'm going to show you how to put together your HobbyZone Stratocam. This is very easy to do, shouldn't take you very long. But one of the first things you want to do before you even put together the airplane is put your battery onto charge. That way when the airplane's all put together, you're ready to go out and fly and record some of your flights. One of the other things I want to mention, the airplane comes with two landing gear options. You can have a hand launch and belly land option, which is great for when you first get started because belly landing in the grass is a little bit more forgiving than landing on the landing gear on pavement. So that's how I'm going to set this airplane up. So I'm going to go ahead and take the main landing gear, the nose gear, and this bag of small screws, and we're going to set this aside. Also included in the box is this bag of larger screws, and this is what we're going to use to put the wing together, which is what we're going to do first. I do want to point out that I've already started on this wing. This already has the wing fences taped into place. What's kind of neat is that on this particular project we worked with a pretty well-renowned aerodynamicist who helped us come up with a wing that was especially designed to be friendly for people who had never flown an RC airplane before. And so the wing fences are an important part of that aerodynamic design, so it's important that you install them. We're going to go ahead and do that now on the right wing here. And this is really easy to do. There are two of these wing fences in the box. Like I mentioned, I've already installed the other one on the left wing. What you want to look for is on the plastic lip that kind of sticks out from the ridge, there's a small letter kind of molded into the plastic right here, and it's either an R or an L for right wing or left wing. So we're going to go ahead and stick this. This has the R on it. So we're going to go ahead and stick this on the right wing. And then you can use, there's some tape that's included in the box. These little yellow pieces of paper here have strips of tape on them. And it takes two pieces of tape for the top. So I'm going to go ahead and stick the first piece of tape on here like this. And the second piece of tape back here. And we're going to do the same thing on the bottom. So I'm going to flip the wing over here. And we're going to put another piece of tape on the bottom. I like to start at the back so I can kind of get the ridge to line up here. And the fourth piece of tape for this wing fence will go right here. And this is all in your manual, so I encourage you to read that so you can have a more in-depth, a better description of how this goes together. All right, so now that we've got that done, we're going to go ahead and take the wing tube and we're going to stick it in this hole. There's only one hole in the end of the wing, so that's pretty easy to figure out. Just like that. And then the left half of the wing is going to slide onto that same wing tube, just like that. And then that tongue and groove fits together, and your wing is together. To help hold it together, there's this plastic top piece here that has these plastic, these little protrusions here that actually fit into the holes on the wing. So that goes together just like that. And then there's a couple of brackets that hold it to the wing. Now these are different sizes, and they only go on one way. So it's pretty easy, but just so that you know, the small one goes in the front, and the big one with the magnet goes on the back. So now we're going to take the 4 large screws. There's actually 5 in here because we do include a spare. We're going to take these screws. I'm just going to dump them out on the table here. These are going to be what screw into the plastic tubes on the top plate. And I'm using a 0 size screwdriver here. This can be they can be a little bit stiff when you first screw them in, so I'd encourage you to use the proper size screwdriver. There's the first one. And that's really important so you don't strip the heads of the screws. All right, and our wing is all in one piece. What's cool about this is the wing is actually really easy to detach, and I'll show you that in a second. So once you've got this all together like this, it makes transporting the airplane really easy. You can just pop it off the airplane. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to put together the fuselage. This comes out of the box almost entirely assembled. So all you need to do is put the horizontal stabilizer, which is this piece right here, and it slides into this groove just like that. And it kind of has a little point that slides in. So once it's in there, it's lined up pretty good. What you want to kind of take a look at is at the decal, you'll want to make sure that the decal lines up pretty evenly on both sides with the edges of this plastic piece right here. And then we're going to take some more of this included tape, and we're going to put one piece on the top and one piece on the bottom on each side of the airplane. So there's one, And there's another. And then we do the same thing on the bottom. And one thing that's really important to notice, obviously the underside of this horizontal stabilizer is plain white. You do want to make sure that the blank white side is on the bottom, or else the linkages won't hook up. And once we get this piece of tape on here, hooking up that linkage is going to be the next thing we're going to do. This is also very simple. This is called a clevis. This will attach, and then once that's in there, we're going to slide the silicone keeper to make sure that this doesn't come open in flight, because then we could potentially lose control of the elevator, which would not be good. And the fuselage is all put together and we're ready to put the wing on. This is extremely easy. In fact, this is so easy you can pop the wing off to put it in your car or to store it or whatever. And so this doesn't take very long at all. What you'll do is you'll plug in the motors, and these are matched so that you can't plug in the wrong motor. They only go one way. So we're going to go ahead and do that, and the motors are all hooked up, and then we're just going to tuck the wires down into that cavity right there. And then there's a little plastic tongue that slides into a groove, a plastic tongue on the wing that pops into a groove on the fuselage. And then this part kind of swings off to the side and then comes underneath that pin on the back of the fuselage, just like that. And your airplane's all together. The last thing we're going to do to make sure that the airplane doesn't fall over is we're going to pop these wing struts or skids into their plastic holders, just like this. And I like to have them so that to make sure they don't get caught in the grass or anything like that, I've got them so that they kind of bend back. And you're all done. What's cool about this is that when you do land in the grass, those little wing struts will keep your airplane from falling over, and it'll help protect the props. Now that we've done all of this, the airplane's all together, and we're ready to check to make sure our battery's charged, charge the camera as well, and we're ready to go fly.